Afternoon, Tim.
Hey Emma.
You want to go for a drive and I'll ask you some questions?
Oh, why not? We've got some new products to R&D and test out there.
Yeah, let's go.
Beautiful, all good.
So you've had a few four-wheel drives now. The car before the FJ was a Prado.
Yes.
What did you have before that?
I had the Mitsubishi Challenger, so that was back in 2010 when they first came out.
Yep.
Great vehicle, totally different, but all vehicles, if you use them properly, will get you out to explore. That's, at the end of the day,
That's true.
that's what the vehicles are for.
I bet you've had some KAON gear installed to those cars. What have you got in the FJ at the moment?
First thing I went to was the under vehicle protection. It's just that insurance when I do decide to tackle the more challenging tracks. Mm-hmm. It's going to help protect the mechanicals and make up for areas where I may lack a little bit in skill.
Run out of talent?
That's what was my first go-to. Mm-hmm. Second go-to was the rear door table. The wife's demand there, she just loved that one in the Prado. So as long as I make a good cup of coffee in the morning for her, my day's happy. Good. Yeah.
So what is it that you'd say you do at KAON?
I look at what the customer's wanting to achieve, where their aspirations are, whether it's a retired couple, a young family. It's really a matter of understanding their vehicle and their needs, whether it's towing a caravan, using a tent, and then giving them the information to find out what's going to make their life more comfortable on the road. Mm-hmm. But if you're just going to the beach every now and again, it's totally different if you're heading remote and off-grid. So there's some aspects like safety is across the board, but then if you're towing a caravan as opposed to tenting, there's a lot of space issues that you need to look at more storage solutions. Mm-hmm. So it's just educating them as to how they can get their life organised on the tracks and have more fun with their families.
Yeah, what they actually need.
Yeah, what they actually need, not just put a VIN number in and tell them what they need.
Yeah. We've been talking about being outsiders recently at KAON. What does that term mean to you?
To me, it's a bit of a lifestyle. It's the people you meet, the places you go, learning about history, geography, culture. It's not necessarily always with a group. We do a lot of solo travelling as well as with groups. It's a community of people who can meet around a campfire for the first time, and they're comfortable with each other. They have stories to tell. They have things that they can inspire each other with.
We talk about finding community as outsiders. Has that been true for you? Definitely.
I planned my first big trip with a couple of friends, and I met another fellow when we were involved volunteering at the Fraser Island cleanup, and quite a few years ago now, and we sat around and discussed the fact that I was going to Cape York and invited them along, and they ended up coming along with us.
That's Tim and Linda that you're talking about, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah?
It is. The friendships, the bonds, the trust that you build in each other when you're driving some of those technical tracks is just something, it's hard to describe when you have that ability to have that unspoken trust in each other, and that extends, well beyond just driving on the tracks as you get to know them.
Yeah. What's been your most memorable and enjoyable adventure to date?
Cape York was a great experience of learning about ourselves. The clean water, the warm environment, the people you meet on the trip. We met a couple of backpackers who had punctured a tyre coming through Palm Creek. They didn't have a puncture repair kit, fairly novice in backpackers with a car.
Yeah.
So we've repaired their tyre out the other side of Palm Creek and met them a number of times throughout the journey at campsites and exchanged contact details. So when they came back through Brisbane, they visited and stayed with us.
Oh, that's so
for
sweet.
A few days while they explored around Brisbane.
That's awesome.
Oh, the best thing was every morning they came up to the kitchen and made crepes for us.
Nice. There's a lot of trips where people are often going the same way, but we had the same experience because you're all navigating that trail, the old telly to get to the same sort of point. You bump into the same people time and time again, and you get to make friends out on the track.
Oh, absolutely.
What's next on your bucket list, Tim?
Potentially the Cape this year, but if not, definitely out to the Simpson for our third trip. Looking at the Madigan line.
Take me with you.
The desert has a calling there, you just need to keep going back. Not everyone's going to have that same want to go back to the same location. Some people would prefer to go to the beaches, some people prefer to go remote, others like the rainforest. That's fine. It's as long as you're getting out there and loving life.
What tips would you have for our fellow outsiders?
Being organised. So firstly, having your vehicle organised to take the stress out of getting to camp and setting up and being ready to relax. We can drive some technical tracks at times and you're highly focused and you can be mentally worn out by the end of the day. So the better you can sit down, enjoy the company of the people and be relaxed, the better. The better it is. That's to do with being organised. Also, when you're planning your trips, plan your trips with a couple of lay days in the middle so that you can stay somewhere and enjoy a little bit longer if you want to.
Yeah.
We've all got to be back home by certain time frames, but the more we can enjoy our trip and not have to hurry at the end of it, the better.
There's nothing worse than getting somewhere amazing and having to rush on.
Yes, yes. Yeah, there are times when that has to happen and it's just a great inspiration to get back again.
What have you learnt the most about yourself by getting outside?
It reminds me to breathe. We work hard and it's something we do because we enjoy working hard, but every now and again you've got to catch your breath.
How long have you been in the four-wheel drive club now, in the Land Cruiser Club?
I've been in the Land Cruiser Club over 10 years. I did a basic driver training course back there in 2015. It's a hard thing to do this if you don't have like-minded people you can go out with. So having that community there, be it a four-wheel drive club or just your friends, your work friends, friends from school, it's a community that you can really help each other to find that little bit of adventure.
Yeah. Make us a coffee?
Great. Oh, okay.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
Thanks, Tim.